From Alaska Teen Media Institute, this is Podcast in Place, Youth Stories from Quarantine, a series about youth in Alaska during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're bringing you stories, interviews, and audio diaries from teenagers and young adults stuck indoors without anything else to do. I'm ATMI producer Rowan Pickard, recording this on my computer in my humble abode, since the main ATMI studio is closed for the time being. Cesar Gutierrez has been working in the restaurant industry for 18 years. In February, he opened the Taqueria El Pastor in Eagle River, and then the pandemic hit. Since then, he's struggled with COVID health regulations, city closure ordinances, ensuring that his staff and customers are safe, and keeping his new business afloat. But he said he has found a lot of community support. ATMI senior producer Daisy Carter stopped by El Pastor for a socially distanced interview with Gutierrez to talk about opening a restaurant in a pandemic. They spoke on August 19th, 2020.
Can you talk a little bit about your business, such as the food and what you can expect when ordering at El Pastor?
Yeah, we make everything from soups, tacos, burritos, enchiladas, all the fast food items you can get in a taqueria. Been doing this for 18 years and have a lot of family involved, especially my mom and wife, so everything's going to be 100% authentic.
How did you come up with the idea of a taqueria? Can you just explain what a taqueria is?
Yeah, taqueria is basically just selling tacos. That's what it is. They're really popular in California. Taquerias, you go in there and what you get, all the menu is going to be tacos. So I've had to add some more stuff to the menu just because people here have been asking for it. But basically the plan was to be just tacos. Yeah. Well, we still have the breakfast in the morning, but people have been asking more for burritos, enchiladas, tacos. I used to work in Taco King. People recognize me from there. So as soon as they see me, they say, hey, can you make me enchiladas? Can you make me a burrito? So I had to add more stuff to the menu just because people have been asking for it. But that's what a taqueria is. It's basically just tacos. That's what you get, just like street tacos.
Can you describe kind of the indoor kind of layout of El Pastor, just in case, if someone wants to come in, where it is, kind of location-wise?
Yeah, it's located in 12,300 Old Glen Highway, where Bear Mountain Grill used to be. And the layout is pretty open. So right now with the COVID-19, it's pretty safe because you can be sitting apart at least 10 feet from each table. So it's really nice because it's wide and open.
Why did you decide to stay open until 10:30 p.m.? It's probably one of the later times that you can get food here in Eagle River.
Oh, yeah. The reason is because we've always had that schedule in Anchorage. When we worked over there, we always close at 10. And we always get orders we could easily close at 9, but it still takes us an hour or two to clean the kitchen. So we can still be doing orders while we clean. That's the only reason we can still stay open. Yes.
How is El Pastor different from other restaurants in the area?
From all the restaurants I've worked, everybody has men cooking in the kitchen. I have women, like my mom, my wife, and they're another level of cooking. Everything they do is authentic, and they have years and years of recipes passing down to each other. That's what makes me different. Everybody else, I cooked for 18 years, but when I cook next to my mom or my wife, they always beat me all the time. Even though I have 18 years of experience in restaurants, their food was so much better. So I decided to open mine with them in the kitchen, cooking and prepping. So that's what makes me different from everybody else. And you can see it when you try the food.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. They're so good. Like tacos are so
It
good.
tastes the difference.
What are some challenges that you've experienced opening a new restaurant during the pandemic?
A lot of challenges, especially I was supposed to be open since February when all this started. So I had to wait till May till they reopen and remodeling the place. A lot of challenges. Not being able to open 100%. Not even my menu. I can't like do it 100% because I had a team set up to open, but since this started, well, we couldn't open. My team left, and I started doing good again, and then they closed us down again. So I don't know. A lot of challenges, but here in Eagle River, I see people are really supportive, and they've been coming back, and a lot of people have been coming back just to support me. I know that for sure. They tell me all the time, so I want to say thank you to everybody for that.
Yeah, that's super good. Yeah, here in Eagle River, we're definitely a little bit more about a community than a little bit in Anchorage. It's a big city.
Yeah, a lot of people have been supporting me. They come every day and they say, just come here to support you. That's great.
Will you talk about something that surprised you during the opening process of El Pastor?
Yeah, it was surprisingly, I wasn't expecting to be as busy as I was as soon as I opened. That was a really big surprise. Like, I didn't advertise or anything. I wanted to start slow, but that was a big surprise for me, like being busy as soon as I opened.
How do you think COVID-19 affect your business in its opening?
Just in everything, just in opening and not having all my team with me. I don't know how to explain it. It helped in a way too, because it helped me start slow with only to-go orders and try to fix all my mistakes. But it's hard because you don't know when you're going to get busy, when you're not. It's mostly to-go orders.
How do you think your business is different than it would have been before COVID-19?
My business would have been way different. I would have been more organized than I am now. It's just hard because I can't have all my staff with me because some days I'm busy, some days I'm not. Right now, especially this second time they closed, we're super slow, so I can't have all my team here. I can't be paying them because all I'm doing is losing money right now.
Can you kind of explain how your business has been running with these new regulations and restrictions coming up like every week?
I've been doing mostly just pickup orders, a little bit of deliveries, but that's about it. I have a couple of tables outside that people can come outside and do the patio, but my business right now is all mostly pickups. That's what I'm doing right now.
What regulations do you have right now in place to ensure a safe work environment for your employees?
Regulations? Well, sanitizing everything primarily. Everything people use. Not letting customers sit down inside but the regulations are simply just sanitizing everything. Even when we were doing dine-in, we had to sanitize each single thing they touched, tables, chairs, cleaning the doors, everything.
What has the process been like buying goods and ingredients for your recipes during a pandemic?
Oh, that one was hard for me at the beginning because I started when people were all panicked and they took everything from the stores. So when I wanted to get my inventory for me, I was having a lot of trouble. So I had to start with different meats that I usually use, lower quality stuff. So it was tough. I think they're starting to get everything back in now, but at the beginning it was hard because the inventory was low in Anchorage. Yeah.
Yeah, I can say from personal experience, I don't think there's any other place, at least that I know, that also have tacos de lengua. So I was really happy when you guys had tacos de lengua. I was like, oh my God. You guys
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, those are my favorite too. What do you hope people take away from your restaurant other than the great food that's here?
Well, just a great experience, simple, just come in, order, easy menu to read, and happy environment. just to have a great experience and they like the food. That's all that matters to me.
Is there anything else you would like to add? Anything else you would want the people to know?
No, just like I said, thank you very much for their support. They've been helping me out, and it's a great opportunity to thank them. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for stopping out.
That was ATMI senior producer Daisy Carter speaking with Cesar Gutierrez, owner of the Taqueria El Pastor in Eagle River. You've been listening to Podcast in Place, Youth Stories from Quarantine from Alaska Teen Media Institute. Our show's theme music was composed by Devin Schreckengost. Stay tuned for more stories from quarantine youth. You can find these stories at alaskateenmedia.org, where we have included resources for youth during quarantine as part of a partnership with the State of Alaska Division of Behavioral Health. Many thanks to supporters of our podcast, including the Anchorage Museum at Rasmussen Center, United Way of Anchorage, the Alaska Humanities Forum, and the National Endowment for the Humanities. The views expressed in this program do not necessarily represent the views of the National Endowment for the Humanities or other sponsors. Thanks to our listeners who contribute to our programs and help us leverage additional funds and grants. If you'd like to support Youth Voices in Anchorage and help keep our podcast going, you can donate to our organization by going to alaskateenmedia.org and clicking Donate. Also on our website, you can learn more about what our organization does, listen to past episodes of our podcast, or find out how you too can get involved. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For Alaska Teen Media Institute, I'm Rowan Pickard. Thanks for listening, stay safe out there, and we'll get through this together.